I thought I was going to look over there and see a picture of my television. I'm caught off guard here, but TVEars has made its mark in selling that product you see right there. And there's some smiles on the faces over there because we're bringing a family back together. Again, trying to solve a problem like all of us do here with our new technologies. And something as simple as TV viewing, which is unfortunately, but truthfully, the number one pastime of seniors. And someone starts losing hearing, or they're listening to TV in a loud household, and people get frustrated and it raises stress, and all these things happen. This simple device that I developed originally for my dad 12 years ago has turned into a phenomenal success because it solves a very common problem that is letting people hear TV and bringing the family back together again. This year, I've been working on this for 2 years, we decided to launch our own flat screen television. Now, we're a relatively small company, and my competition is Samsung, Sony, and you know the group, right? And we came to CES with a 32-inch, 1080i, what do I have? No, 1080i something or another. It's not important to my market. It's a really cool flat screen TV that is designed for seniors, and it's the first senior-friendly TV. And Allison did a little PR piece here at CES, and all of a sudden our website starts blowing up. And before I know it, we're in the Wall Street Journal. We're in print at the New York Post. Fox News asked me to come on and talk about it. We really hit a nerve and got a tremendous amount of coverage on this senior-friendly TV. Why? Because all of us have someone in our lives that could use a senior-friendly TV. Retailers want nothing to do with these segments. Are they crazy? Sometimes we think they are crazy. They should have entire sections in their stores, and I predict they will, addressing products like Michele's and so forth and mine that help these special needs. So that's kind of my spiel on that. As far as some success and some hope, and I agree that years from now this room will be more filled, and years from now we'll see sections in retailers with real help for people to walk in and access these great devices as they get developed to make our life easier. I believe that's going to happen for us. But as far as TVEars is concerned, I got a call from Sears and Roebuck, one of the head guys up there, and he's like, love that TV, going to go national with it. They're starting to see it. We're one of the few companies that were able to walk in. I remember a good story. I walked into, I'll name them, they're a great retailer, Radio Shack. And it's like, we can't sell that product. It's a $100 product instead of a $29 product, and it's a small market. And well, that was 4 years ago. And I said to them, put it in 600 stores, give it a try, see what happens. Well, they sold out, and they're like, wow, what's going on? And I'm looking at them going, what's going on with you? This is your business. Are you that blind to all of us out here? Hello, there's 78 million of us. What are you doing? Well, they're national. And CVS is national with our product, and Costco is national with our product. They're starting to get it, but man, I've been at it 10 years. We're just starting to crack the ice on this thing. So there's some success out there. And what's important about that sounds very much like business, but what's important about it, if these products aren't put in front of consumers, people don't know about them. So we're over here singing in the dark too much, and we're trying to break those walls down and get these retailers to put these great products in front of great people so they can buy them and improve their lives. That's what we're trying to do.
Right. Thank you, Jory. I think I'm motivated to do CES for another 50 years, 50 more than I would be remiss if I didn't say that George actually did start TVEars, get into the public domain at First Street, and we thank you for that opportunity. If you really look hard at companies, you see their culture come through their products and their product design. Doro, absolutely, in my mind, is one of the best. They're coming to market with a whole series of products from remote controls to phones. And Mr. Jérôme Arnaud, who's the president of Doro, is here to talk to us. Jérôme?
Thank you, Ben. Good afternoon. I will then introduce you to Doro. Doro is a Swedish company. We have been in business since more than 35 years old in the telecom industry. And we have decided to get out of this commodity business that we were in order to focus more into the elderly people product design. Therefore, we have started by making some research on what was needed for these people and what was their limitations, and making some in-depth analysis together with some experts. So we have developed a wide range of products from fixed phone lines, wake-up call, alarm clock, GSM phones and DECT phones. We have expanded to the GSM or the cell phones market recently, like 3 years ago, because we felt that the move and the social life of the elderly people was more important outside the home than inside the home. And therefore, we have made another research here, and we understood that the technology that we hear about here in CES is more something which is a threat or something that excludes some of the elderly people. And it was important to come back to products which were simpler and easier to use, like a cell phone, which is useful for placing calls, and as a max receiving or sending SMS. So this is what we have decided to design, and with quite good success in Europe. And then we came here. Yes, maybe a small word about the market, as you probably all know, but the 65 plus people in the world are quite a growing part of the population, and we did not mention it here, but it's and the retailer should look at these figures as well, because it's around 15% of the population and growing. And it's important as well not to consider the elderly people as only one target group, as they are representing so many people that they have different expectations, and they have different habits and different culture. It's important to answer to these needs with a range of products. So last year we were at CES. It's our second CES, and we received from the hands of Stevie Wonder the Wonder Vision Award for our first cell phone, which has no menu, just a direct memory button and big keys. This year we are back after having started our partnership with Consumer Cellular, an MVNO, having a national coverage, very simple plans, and very well adapted to our simple devices. And this story has now started quite well, and we developed it across the country with big success. Tomorrow, as we are today a European worldwide captain for the telecom category for seniors, we hope to develop this all over the round and also over the world. And we have started Asian market as well, and we are and South America, and we expect to continue this growth as fast as possible to serve the elderly people the best. So that's what I could say about it today. And coming back to your points about distribution, it's very important as well. And when you are in a market like cell phones, for example, to really understand whether you are on the cell phone market or you are on the elderly device product market. And it's quite difficult to find the right distribution, but I'm sure you will ask questions around that, and we will be pleased to answer.
Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it, Jérôme. Okay, everybody, we've got 10 minutes, and I'm going to take all my 40 years of angst and everything I wanted to fire back at a buyer, I want you to hit. So this is going to be short, quick questions, but please be honest, okay? All right, the number one obstacle trying to get these into the accounts, okay? I look at it, there's a 30-year-old, 28-year-old buyer, isn't that right, Jerry? And what do they know? They're there. How do you get them to understand what the heck we're doing? Is that true?
I would totally agree. I think one of the frustrations that I've had going in and meeting with buyers is that day in and day out, we're talking to consumers. And we spend a lot of time working with the telcos. We're a special needs center for AT&T for many, many years. So we're getting thousands, not hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of calls from people. Where can I buy your product? Where can I buy your product? I want to see your product. And we bring that information to the buyer, and the buyer is going, is there a 10% co-op, MDF fund, blah, 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 this is not our market. Okay, wait a minute. I can send all these people to your store. Okay, so maybe I crack the nut, and maybe I can talk them into it, because I am the cheerleader, into putting this stuff on the shelf. Where does it go? Tippy-top shelf in the phone section, 5 feet above anyone's height, right? It's like putting Captain Crunch 7 feet off the ground, where no child could see it, right? So a senior comes into the store, and we might have driven them to the store. We've given them the information. This is where it's at. They walk in, they ask